Hello, engineer friend, your go-to channel for inspiring home decor ideas. Whether you're looking to refresh a single room or transform your entire home, we offer creative tips, design trends, and DIY projects that are easy to follow. From modern minimalist aesthetics to cozy rustic vibes, we've got you covered with affordable and stylish solutions. Join us as we explore color palettes, furniture arrangements, decor accessories, and seasonal styling ideas to make your space truly yours. Subscribe to stay updated on the latest trends and start creating your dream home today. Minimalist vintage decoration seamlessly combines the simplicity of minimalism with the timeless charm of vintage aesthetics. By pairing clean, uncluttered spaces with nostalgic, classic design elements, this style creates an elegant yet functional environment. From rustic wooden accents to understated antique pieces, this approach celebrates history while embracing modern sensibilities. In this guide, we'll explore how to transform every room in your home with minimalist vintage decor. The living room is the heart of the home, making it the perfect space to start your minimalist vintage journey. Choose a neutral color palette of whites, beiges, and soft grays as your foundation. Add warmth with a vintage Persian rug or a distressed leather armchair. Opt for a mid-century modern coffee table and enhance the ambience with a vintage brass floor lamp. Remember, less is more, so keep the number of decorative items to a minimum. Minimalist vintage kitchens focus on practicality without sacrificing charm. Open shelving with reclaimed wood planks provides both storage and a display for curated vintage cookware. Incorporate retro appliances like a pastel-colored fridge or a classic stove to enhance the theme. Vintage brass or copper hardware on cabinets can further accentuate the aesthetic while maintaining a clean, organized look. minimalist vintage dining room celebrates understated sophistication. A solid wood dining table with a distressed finish serves as the centerpiece, paired with mismatched vintage chairs for added character. Consider a simple chandelier with Edison bulbs to illuminate the space. For table settings, choose ceramic or glassware with subtle vintage patterns. Keep wall decorations minimal, such as one large vintage clock or an antique mirror. Create a tranquil bedroom with a minimalist vintage vibe by focusing on simplicity and comfort. A wrought iron bed frame or a reclaimed wooden headboard adds nostalgic charm. Use soft, neutral bedding with textures like linen or cotton. A vintage vanity or an antique armoire can serve as a statement piece, while understated lighting, such as a retro bedside lamp, sets a calming tone. Transform your bathroom into a sanctuary with vintage-inspired details. Subway tiles or hexagonal mosaic flooring create a timeless look. Install a pedestal sink or a clawfoot tub for an authentic vintage touch. Minimalist fixtures in brushed nickel or brass pair beautifully with antique-style mirrors. Add storage with simple wicker baskets or open shelving for a cohesive aesthetic. A minimalist vintage home office combines functionality with character. A vintage wooden desk with clean lines provides a perfect workspace. Pair it with a classic swivel chair or an upholstered seat with a retro design. Keep the space clutter-free by using vintage-inspired storage solutions, like wooden filing cabinets or wire baskets. Hang a minimalist clock or a sepia-toned world map for subtle decoration. The entryway sets the tone for your home. A minimalist vintage entryway can include a slim console table with an antique finish, paired with a round vintage mirror. Add a simple coat rack or hooks with a classic design. A woven basket for shoes and a small rug with a vintage pattern complete the look without overwhelming the space. Incorporate vintage charm into a child's room with functional yet whimsical pieces. A metal-framed bed or a classic wooden crib can be the focal point. Decorate with vintage toys, like wooden blocks or a rocking horse, and use soft pastel shades for walls and bedding. Keep the space practical with vintage-inspired storage solutions, like wooden chests or open shelving. A guest room with minimalist vintage decor offers a welcoming retreat. A simple bed frame with crisp, white linens provides a clean look. Add a pop of vintage charm with an antique bedside table or a retro lamp. Include a soft throw blanket and a small area rug for added coziness. Avoid over-decorating. A framed vintage print or a small vase with fresh flowers is enough. Turn your laundry room into an aesthetically pleasing space with minimalist vintage elements. Use open shelving with vintage baskets for storage. A farmhouse-style sink and retro-inspired faucets add character. Incorporate small touches like a vintage wall clock or a pattern tile backsplash to elevate the room's design. Keep the area organized to maintain a minimalist feel. Hallways are often overlooked but can still benefit from minimalist vintage decor. Line the walls with a curated selection of black and white photographs in simple frames. A narrow vintage console table can hold small decorative items, like a single candle or a stack of classic books. Use wall sconces with a vintage design for soft, ambient lighting. Extend your minimalist vintage style to outdoor areas. Choose wrought iron or wooden furniture with a weathered finish for seating. Add character with vintage planters or a repurposed ladder for displaying potted plants. Keep lighting simple with string lights or lanterns. A vintage-inspired outdoor rug can tie the look together while adding comfort. The key to mastering minimalist vintage decor lies in balance. Avoid overcrowding rooms with too many vintage items. Instead, select a few meaningful pieces that tell a story or evoke a sense of nostalgia. Stick to neutral color schemes and allow natural light to enhance the space. Let the vintage elements shine as accents rather than the focus. Hunting for the perfect vintage items can be an enjoyable part of the decorating process. Visit thrift stores, flea markets, or estate sales for authentic finds. Look for quality over quantity, focusing on items with timeless appeal and durability. Repurposing or upcycling older furniture can also be a cost-effective way to achieve the vintage look. Minimalist vintage decor offers a versatile and timeless design solution for any home. By blending the simplicity of minimalism with the charm of vintage elements, you can create spaces that are both functional and full of character. Whether you're decorating a single room or your entire home, this style promises to provide comfort, beauty, and a connection to the past.